Don't you cook banana flowers? Or do you cook them, but they always turn out bitter, dark, and sticky with sap all over your hands? In this video, I'll show you some handy tips to handle those issues and transform banana flowers into two super delicious and nutritious dishes: shrimp soup with banana flour and pork salad with banana flour. Make sure to watch the whole video. First, we need to prepare a bucket of clean water and add some vinegar. Why do we prepare this bucket of vinegar water first? The reason is simple. The enzymes in the banana flowers will react with the air and turn brown in just a few minutes. That's why after cutting the banana flowers, we should immediately put them in the vinegar water. You shouldn't let them dry out in the air. Here is the banana flower, and now we'll prepare this delicate blossom from start to finish. First, we need to remove the outer dark purple leaves. They're tough and bitter. Strip away the outer layer that's full of dirt, leaving only the white and light purple core, which is both tender and crisp. After peeling off the outer leaves, cut away any excess stem. The next step is to cut the banana flower in half lengthwise. You can see that after cutting it, we reveal the inner part of the flower and notice those tender buds inside. This is where the bitterness comes from when cooking banana flowers. We need to remove these tender buds because they are the cause of the bitter taste. To do this, we'll make a V-shaped cut along the length of the flower, carefully removing all the tender buds while keeping only the white outer layer. You can see how this method makes it easy to extract the tender buds from inside the banana flower. We carefully remove each piece of young banana fruit from within this flower. The banana flower should be sliced as thin as possible, about 1 to 2 millimeters thick. Thick slices will fall apart when cooked and won't absorb flavors well when stir-fried. Slice a little bit at a time and immediately immerse the pieces in water. Don't let the banana flower dry out for more than 30 seconds. This tip is extremely important. Without acid soaking, the flower will turn grayish and look unappetizing. Properly soaked, you can keep the flower fresh all day. The science behind it is simple. Acids inhibit enzymes that cause browning. Additionally, acids neutralize alkaloids, which cause a tingling and bitter taste in your mouth. If you've ever cooked banana flowers and found them irritating to eat, this step of acid soaking was missing. Soak for at least 15 minutes. Less than 10 minutes won't fully neutralize the pungent compounds. After soaking, the water will be slightly cloudy. That's the acetic acid removing the itchy substances and sap. Remove and gently squeeze out excess water, but don't wring it completely dry. Keep some of the acid to prevent darkening when cooking. Following this step correctly ensures the banana flowers stay naturally white without turning gray. After soaking, we change the water and rinse thoroughly before processing. Where are you from? Leave a comment so I can know. The banana flowers are now ready to make a shrimp soup and stir-fried pork. We'll be making stir-fried banana flour. This dish is often done wrong by 90% of cooks because the banana flour tends to get mushy and watery. The first secret is to blanch the banana flour before stir-frying. Boil a pot of water and add the banana flour for exactly 20 seconds, no more. If you blanch it any longer, the flour will become too soft and lose its crispiness right from this step. Then immediately remove it and plunge it into an ice bath. This is the thermal shock step. The thermal shock stabilizes the pectin in the banana flour, making it crispy without getting mushy. If you skip this step and stir-fry directly, the banana flour will release water in the pan like it's being boiled. Heat the wok on the stove with high heat. Low heat is the enemy of stir-fries. Add the pork belly. You don't need much oil as it's already fatty. For stir-fried banana flour with pork, use pork belly, slicing it thinly, about 4 to 5 centimeters long. Thicker slices will take longer to cook and be tougher. Don't marinate the pork in salt or fish sauce before stir-frying. Salt can make the meat release water, causing the stir-fry to dry out and become tough. Stir-fry until the pork is firm and slightly browned. This is when it's most fragrant. Then add the garlic and chili for 30 seconds. Many people go wrong here. They add the banana flour from the start. If you do that, the banana flour will turn to mush and release water immediately. The right way is to add banana flowers last, after the meat and vegetables are almost cooked. Add the drained banana flowers to the pan and stir-fry over high heat for exactly 1 minute. Then add some cilantro and a bit of fish sauce to make it more flavorful and stir for another 30 seconds. Never add any water. Since the banana flowers were already blanched, adding water would make them mushy. If you stir-fry the banana flowers the usual way without blanching or shocking them with cold water, they will turn into a soupy mess. Now that the stir-fried banana flour with meat is done and served in a dish, the banana flour still retains its crispness and the meat is very flavorful. You can see that this stir-fry can be left to cool and still be crispy and delicious, right? Now we'll proceed with the preparation of tomato shrimp soup. First, we prepare the shrimp that has been deveined and peeled. We marinate the shrimp with seasoning powder, garlic, fish sauce, a tablespoon of cooking oil, and pepper to let the flavor penetrate the meat. Let's start by pouring in some oil and sautéing the garlic until fragrant. Make sure not to let it burn. Next, add the marinated shrimp and stir-fry until the flavors are well infused and fragrant. Then, pour in some hot water. Once it comes to a boil again, add the squeezed banana blossoms. Cook on high heat for exactly 5 minutes. Cooking for more than 5 minutes will make the blossoms fall apart and lose their crispness. Many people cook for 20 minutes out of fear that the shrimp might still be too strong, but since they've been soaked in lemon juice, 5 minutes is enough. Throughout these 5 minutes, you need to continuously remove any foam. That black foam is residual sap and tannins. If not removed, it will make the soup cloudy and strong tasting. The more thoroughly you remove the foam, the clearer and milder the broth will be. Now let's summarize the 3 main tips for preparing banana flowers. Tip 1. Soak in vinegar for 15 minutes. Removes the strong smell and dark color. Tip 2. Blanch in hot water for 20 seconds, then add at the end. Keeps them crispy and prevents them from getting mushy. Tip 3. Cook in soup for 5 minutes. Remove foam carefully. Results in clear broth and crispy banana flowers. If you only remember one thing, avoid acidity to prevent darkening and use quick heating methods to keep them from getting mushy. Comparison. Cooking regularly leads to black flowers, cloudy soup, and a strong smell. Following the tips results in white flowers, clear soup, and a sweet taste. Cooking regularly makes the dish watery with mushy flowers. Following the tips makes it dry, crispy, and flavorful. Just by changing one small habit, you get completely different results. Banana flower shrimp soup is refreshing for summer heat relief. Stir-fried banana flower pork is perfect to eat with hot rice, very filling. You can make 2 dishes from 1 banana flower, economical, tasty, and interesting. The most important thing is that you feel confident in your cooking because you know the tricks. Try following these steps exactly once. I'm sure you won't want to go back to the old way. Don't be afraid of banana flowers. Just know the trick, and they are incredibly easy to handle. The key is in 2 words, acid and hot shock. Acid for initial preparation helps remove the stink and prevent browning. Hot shock for stir-fries keeps them crispy and prevents them from getting mushy. For soups, just cook for exactly 5 minutes, no more, no less. Remember to skim the foam, a small step that decides the clarity and taste of your soup. And always remember, never stir-fry banana flowers from start to finish. All these I've learned through many failed attempts. Today, I'm sharing this so you don't make the same mistakes I did. DIY Smart Life, useful tips, just do it. Good luck with these 2 super delicious dishes.